In 1997, in a small village in southern Mexico, there was an old house deep inside the jungle. People called it the House of Shadows. Everyone in the village was afraid of it because they believed a powerful sorcerer lived there many years ago and made a deal with evil spirits. A 27-year-old Mexican man named Daniel worked as a documentary filmmaker and loved scary stories. When he heard about the house, he decided to visit it and make a film about it. Before entering the house, an old man from the village warned him, said, "If you hear someone calling your name inside the house, never answer." Daniel laughed and thought it was just a legend. After sunset, he entered the house with his camera and flashlight. The house was old and covered with dust, but strangely, some candles were burning, as if someone had been there recently. After about an hour, Daniel heard a woman whispering his name. Daniel, he stopped and looked around, but nobody was there. A few minutes later, he heard the voice again, this time much closer. "Daniel, come to the basement." He became scared, but decided to go down anyway. He opened the basement door and walked down the stairs. The air was freezing, and the place smelled strange. At the end of the basement, he found a round room covered with strange red symbols. Suddenly, his flashlight turned off. He heard footsteps moving around him in the dark. Then he heard many voices repeating his name at the same time. He turned his flashlight back on and saw something. Terrifying human faces were coming out of the walls. They were opening their eyes and smiling at him. Daniel tried to run away, but the stairs had disappeared. He started screaming. Then he heard a voice behind him saying, "You answered the call." He slowly turned around and saw a woman wearing a black dress. Her eyes were completely black and her mouth stretched from one ear to the other. She smiled, and then everything went dark. The next morning, police found Daniel's camera outside the house, but Daniel was never found. When they checked the recording, they saw Daniel crying and looking directly at the camera. He said, "Do not enter this house because she knows all your names." Then dozens of smiling faces appeared behind him, and the video ended.